Buck Owens' autobiography, Buckum, is now out and would make a perfect holiday gift. Josh is on the job live this morning at the Crystal Palace with some old bandmates of Buck's to dig a little deeper into who he really was. Good morning, Josh.
Yeah, good morning, Linda. I tell you what, I'm very excited to be here this morning. I've been in Bakersfield almost a year. Hard to believe time flies by. But every time I come to the Crystal Palace, I have a blast. And I'm super excited to be here with two of Buck Owens' original Buckaroos, Jim Shaw and Doyle Curtsinger. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me this morning. Now, Buck's autobiography came out earlier this year, and I really wanted to meet up with you guys to hear more about Buck. You know, I've learned a lot about him in the past few months or so. I'm learning a lot more today. I wanted to share some stories that might complement this book, his autobiography. Jim, you tell me that Doyle said that Buck was a good practical jokester.
Well, he was a great practical jokester, but not near as good as Doyle was.
So fill us in. What happened? He said that there was a recording session where Buck played a little prank.
My first recording session, and Ken Nelson was always famous for doodling at the board. So we had finished a couple of songs, and the mic was hot. I said, "Hey, do you have to belong to a union to do this?" Ken Nelson had a massive coronary. His pencil went up in the air, and
because if you're not in the union, you're recording on union time. It's a big boo-boo.
And he thought I was a non-union guy recording at a union studio.
Yeah.
He about flipped out.
What was it common for? I guess kind of paint a picture on the kind of prankster Buck was. I mean, he was very lighthearted, always having fun.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but I think the Buckaroos had a lot more in terms of jokes and fun, because Buck was all about business. I mean, he was always make sure you get there on time and do the job and do it right. Okay. And he got a little mad at us sometimes when we had too much fun hiding the guitars and stuff like that. He'd get upset about that. But when you're on the road and you're having a good time, you have to do that kind of stuff.
What's maybe just one quick bit in the book that people might read and they'll be like, "Oh wow, that really surprises me."
Oh, put us on the spot. There's
so many, right?
There's 1,000 in there, but and if what would come to mind right now, I know that one surprise that many people don't know is when we did Hee Haw for all those 17 years, that they used to think that we did the show somewhere, kind of a show at a time, and when they found that we just went for a few weeks and cut 13 shows. In fact, we'd spend one morning and do 13 pickin' and grinnings, one after the other.
Wow.
Bam, 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 bam. In fact, every now and then, after about 5 or 6 of them, we'd go change clothes, so it looked like we were on different days.
Just knock them out and then go back to your business as usual.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, stick around. Don't go anywhere. If you're a big Buck Owens fan or a fan of country and music in general, you got to catch up with us here at the Crystal Palace with Doyle and Jim, two Buckaroos. We're going to be talking more about the book and stories that complement this book that really showcase the type of guy Buck really was. Guys, back to you.
And Josh, even if you're maybe a younger person watching this show, maybe you don't know a whole lot about Buck Owens, but you're from Bakersfield, such a great book to read and really start learning so much about your history right here in town.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I knew Buck growing up because of his Christmas music. Santa looked a lot like Daddy. That's on rotation in our house every Christmas. And so I'm really excited to learn more about him myself.
Yeah, and I used to watch Hee Haw. They were talking about that too. So thank you so much, Josh. Really cool.